and welcome. Welcome to Wednesday and a little bit of wisdom, and we're going to be using the Medicine Woman deck. I don't know, it's just been kind of like, not screaming, but screaming. And our sage here. Let's go ahead and clear that space. And then today I'm going to be burning a little Tibetan rope incense. Good way to bless, anoint, clear, open up that path, open up that doorway, allow abundance and all those kind of cool things just enter into your space. So we're going to be using that Medicine Woman deck. I've got a couple of things going on. I guess the first one. Got a couple of things. We're doing a fundraiser. I would like, we have some land that has a mobile home on it, and we want to open that up as a healing center in over here in Caddo County. I need some fencing to keep everything safe, and some gates for the front. We do plan on doing animal healing, as well as our animals doing some emotional healing with people. It's really, we've just got really great plans, things to help people balance, to gain some self-esteem, to work to release some of that anger or shame or traumas that they've built in. Working in with the chickens. Yes, they are very therapeutic, as well as Caris and Jackson right now. Caris and Jackson are both Reiki second degree or greater. And they love working with Reiki. I had a lady that came over one day for a reading, and Caris would not leave her alone. He was just so intent on healing with her. I felt horrible, but because he's a big Rottweiler, and he looks kind of scary, but he's super duper loving. And then Jackson is a Jack Russell Terrier. And he's actually a Reiki master. And you're like, how is a dog a Reiki master? Well, he's been attuned to that level. And so he loves to give Reiki. And so that's part of the plan out there. So I have, okay, there's another card. We have the Candle Works, the larger candles, and I have some that I'm just making, or I can do custom made ones, and then I have little votive prayer candles. So we just have suggested donations on those. So if you'd like to donate to the cause, I can either get your candle to you can pick up your candle either here in Caddo County or in Oklahoma City, or we can burn it on our prayer table where we have, on our saints and the Trinity. So we're using the Medicine Woman deck, and sometimes she's a little risque, and then other times it's almost like talking to your mom. And it's like, how often do we think about how our parents don't know anything? And then later on, we realize that our moms and our dads had just so much wisdom. And they probably did know a lot more than what we will ever give them credit for. So asking if there are any other messages for us today from the Medicine Woman deck. And I'm getting a negative on that. So I do have a big stack here. And so make sure you grab yourself something to drink, because there's quite a few cards. And let's get rocking and a-rolling on this. Let's turn it over. All right, so these are our cards, and we're starting out here. This is Emily's old room. Oh, how funny. Okay. So, this is really pretty interesting. Yeah, it's my word. I don't know. I love that word, interesting. But let's start out with this energy coming in. So we're doing the Medicine Woman deck, and I'm asked, hey, it's Wednesday. What's coming in? What do we need to know about? And of course, we get the spring card in through here, and this is spring. And in here, it's talking about uncharted territory. And so I'm going to say we are actually moving in a direction of new things. A direction of new things. The obstacle here is the autumn card, and you'll notice that it's upside down. So I'm over here laughing because it's like we've got all these new things coming in our path and coming in our way, and we keep looking over our shoulder at the things in the past. Yeah, we're looking over our shoulder at stuff in the past. We're trying to keep connected in with things that, even if they weren't feasible, they didn't work out, they weren't exactly what you wanted, you keep looking back at trying to figure that part out. Some things need to be left alone. And the energy coming in is spirit of air. So regardless of our desire or our need to look back at the past, we're going to be moving forward. And we're going to be moving forward with, and I'm kind of laughing here with the word, with a vengeance. But I'm not feeling it as in a negative vengeance. I feel it as in more of like, we're really got a lot of energy, we're really got a lot of focus, and regardless of this junk back here, I'm moving forward. I like that. It's a lot of empowerment in that energy, even though you still got a little bit tied to the past. All right, so what are we going to do with this? Interconnection. And then I have the male principle upside down and as our obstacle. And then we have the heart's wisdom here as our help. And what I'm looking at on here, when I'm looking at these, this is, I'm going to say, you're going to really have your focus on getting your shish together in here, interconnectedness. And I'm going to say what's interesting is that we have plant, and then we also have crystal. And then we have both of these lines kind of coming up here towards what I'm going to say up in what I'm going to call the solar, not the solar, yeah, the solar star, the star chakra. And so it's going above into that level of higher consciousness, higher awareness, deep discernment, seeing things as they are relating to you. Now, that male principle here, and this is a little bit of that masculine energy, and I'm going to say, that stuff that, I was saying you're referring to, you keep looking at things from the past in that previous line. This is that male principle of you're just really trying to kind of protect yourself. You don't want to go through a lot of the same nonsense all over again. It's, I've been in that loop for 50 weeks. I want to get out of that loop. And so this male principle here is kind of like your male energy kind of kicking in, trying to push a resistance. Or, kind of breaking away from going into the same routine. Now, the heart's wisdom here plays in this last card, which is our help card. And this card is in reference to mind, I'm going to say mind over matter, okay? But this is going to be matter over mind. Matter over mind. All right, and I'm going to put it to you like this. In this particular heart's wisdom, forgiveness is going to play a really huge role. Even though up here is, let me forget that that happened, here in the heart is forgiveness. And there's a lot of heart wisdom, which I feel like you're going to be forgiving some of these folks for, and I'm getting that phrase, for they not know what they do. Sometimes people just do stupid things, and they do stupid things that affect us, and it really has nothing to do with them wanting to affect us. They just do stupid stuff. You know, if your child or your partner is an addict, they don't wake up saying how I want to screw this person's day or screw your day up. They're just trying to figure out a way to manage through that day. And you happen to be what I'm going to call some collateral damage. This is about collateral damage, and this is about forgiving from the heart. And then you can let it go. You can truly let it go. Even though you don't think about it, you're carrying that grudge. And that grudge is kind of like what's holding you back. You know, that thing you keep looking back over your shoulder. It has a lot to do with that grudge. Now, I'm laughing here because what I've just noticed on this very last line is we hit every single season in this particular reading. Yeah, every single season. So that tells me that when I'm looking at it, that we're going to be coming into a place, a time of completion, that you've gone through that cycle and it is now coming into a time of completion. So we have the winter, and whoops, and you'll notice that that baby is upside down. And in the wintertime, that's kind of like about going into that self-nurture, going into your little cocoon. And when I'm seeing it upside down, I'm saying that, you know, kind of is no longer valid, no longer important, no longer necessary to do. It's okay, it's appropriate, it's the right timing for you to step outside of that self-nurturing, step outside of that what I'm going to call it, kind of like a comfort zone, but being more as in where you have been, your cocoon. It's okay to step out of your cocoon. Now, you'll see that Sacred Ceremonies is upside down, and it is in your obstacle position. And when I'm looking at that, it's, I'm going to say, there are no rules, there are no regulations. Don't think that you have to do something in a particular way or in a particular manner, unless you were running a sweat lodge. If you're running a sweat lodge, yes, there are things that you do in particular manner, particular sequence. Everything is done in a particular way. But if you're getting up and you're living your day, be spontaneous every once in a while. Change up your routine so that you start looking at things from many different perspectives. On that sacred ceremonies upside down, I'm getting the feel of like some things you get so much into a routine that you think that you have to do it this way every day, that you are missing a lot of the cool things in between. Okay, and this is like, you don't need to do that anymore. It's more important for you to get out there and celebrate. And that last card right here is the summer card. And I'm looking at that and I'm like, man, that is all about celebrating. And you're like, but she doesn't look like she's celebrating. No, this is a time of success. This is a time of growth. This is a time of everything is falling into place because, and I'm going to say because you are stepping outside of your box, because you are not holding on to those things that were holding you back, like they'll keep looking over your shoulder. Do I need to stay connected with that even though it doesn't work? No, leave it alone. This chica comes through this summer, and this is all about regal success and everything coming your way. For me, I feel like it would be like being on a beach and having your own cabana with your own cabana person, and they actually are really good and banter. That would make it wonderful. That way, if you're stuck out there on the beach by yourself and your cabana person has a good banter, you know that you're always going to be entertaining each other. So that's that summer card. Good things happening. You just got to kind of stop looking over your shoulder and keep trying to hold on to things, especially those things that are not feasible, that just didn't work out. And if they aren't working out by now and you've been investing some time in it, it's probably not going to work out. It's okay to leave those things behind. So I hope you enjoyed today's reading. Do me a super duper great big favor. Love this video. Comment something cool, like where you're watching from. If there's any questions, any kind of feedback you'd like to give.